All right, sir, good morning. Figure I'd do this with my GoPro just so I can have my hands free. I'd like to send it to you in a couple of pieces so you don't get one file that's 30 minutes long or something like that. I'm out here on Lake Tarpon right now this morning. Everything's going good. Just trying to give you a brief walkthrough of the boat and all the features. Just kind of float out here in the middle while we do this. Starting at the front, you got a 36 volt iPilot trolling motor. If you're not familiar with these, you step on the lever, give it a push, bring it down and give it a turn so it drops in that collar. Then you hit the power button, and then on your remote you have this little check button. When you hit that, that'll power up the remote, turn it on. There'll be manuals for all this stuff, so I'm not going to go too deep into how to use everything. I'm just going to crank it up and show you that it works. 36 volt will pull this 22 footer pretty well. So we're all good up here on trolling motor. Everything works great. Batteries are new. In the very front, anchor locker. Quick disconnect for your trolling motor, and it has a QD plate down here if you're staying somewhere where you don't want to leave it out overnight. It's always an option. Rod locker over here. I think it takes 7.5 footers. It's cleaned out and empty, holds 5. All these boxes are insulated also, so you can use them as coolers or whatnot. Box for the Lowrance with all your paperwork and stuff in it. Some wheel chocks, rod holders. Another cooler box in here. This is your raw water wash down hose that connects back here. I'll show you that when we get back further. And then one more storage box over here. This is like a shockproof Pelican case that'll hold your fish finder if you ever want to take it out of the boat. And then in-ground storage here for any of your dirty items. This water runs through to the bilge through here, so whatever you put down here could get a little wet. Moving backwards, 20-gallon live well here. This is backlit with a blue LED, has the clear front so you can keep an eye on bait. Pull tab right here, the seat back pulls open, have some lines here, and these are all your floor plugs for the back for your scupper drains. If it's a cold day and you don't want any water whatsoever to run through the drains, you can plug them with those. Your onboard battery charger is mounted right here. It's an awesome thing to have. It charges all 5 batteries on the boat at the same time. All you have to do is plug it in right down here. Rod holders on the side gunnels, 2 apiece. Rod holders on the console, 3 each side. Back here you have your Suzuki L10 gauge. You can scroll through all your menus for your engine telemetry here. HDS Live 12-inch Lowrance here. This boat is all fly-by-wire, so there's no cable controls when you use the throttle. If you've ever had a boat that kind of clunks in and out of gear and it's kind of pulley and funky on the gas, this is all electronic, so it's nice and smooth. I have a Lowrance Platinum Plus chip in here at the moment. That's good for all around saltwater use if you're a Lowrance user. Lenco trim tabs here to adjust the pitch of the boat and help you get a good dry ride. Jack plate here. There's a 6-inch C-Star plate on the back. We'll go into that more when I show you when I run the boat for you. Standard key and kill switch. And then this is front access. I don't know if you can see this through the GoPro, it's kind of dark, but you have all 5 batteries in there. They're new, good to go. When you first start the boat, and I'll show you this tomorrow, this is your master house switch. When it's rotated to the up position, it cuts off all the batteries. Rotated to the right position, this is normal operations. And if you ever find yourself with a dead house or cranking battery, turn it one more click, that's emergency parallel. It'll link them together so you at least have enough juice to get it fired up and go home. If you want to disconnect the trolling motor breaker to charge the boat, some people do that. It's this red tab right here. When you push it, a little red tab pops out the bottom. Your trolling motor won't work until you plug that back up. All right, moving on. LeBrock seats, these are super awesome. The bolsters fold down to make a proper seat, And then your foot bar down here folds down as well. Put the armrest down, you're nice and cushy in there. Push the button, lift the armrest, raise the bolster, so when you run the boat you can just kind of lean back against it. It's super comfortable. Back here, 2 jump seats in the back. You push down on this little tab, you fold them up, armrests come down. Actually fairly comfortable here as well. And if you need, you have more storage underneath there on both sides. I've never used it, but it's available if you like. 4 rod holders on the back of the seat. I'm going to give you the cooler as well, just because it came with the boat. 30-gallon live well back here, huge drain, Pro Air, recirculator, all that stuff. If you ever get any bait or any crud caught behind this plate where your water comes in and out, it's on a magnet, which is rad. So you just pull it open, clean it out, throw it back on there, good to go. This is backlit blue as well. You won't be able to see it in the daytime, but there's blue LEDs all inside the boat, so if you're ever out at night you can find your way around. And then the last hatch back here is your bilge. Full access to all your pumps, systems. Very easy to reach, very clean, stays dry. If you ever find yourself in a pinch needing to replace a water pump or anything like that, it's all right back here. Again, 6-inch C-Star jack plate, full trim, tilt, 4-stroke, 200 Suzuki, runs great. I'll run it for you here in just a minute. You have auxiliary power plug-ins back here on the back right if you want to plug in a USB, on the back left as well. And then over here is your raw water wash down. So you unscrew this cap, you open the valve once the hose is connected, and then you can turn the pump on. If you turn the pump on with the valve closed, it'll build up pressure and it'll pop this hose off. I've done that in a couple of boats and it's not fun, because then you have to take this off to put it back on. So make sure the valve is open before you ever use any power to the pump. Like I said, I'll give you the manuals for the L10 gauge and for the Lowrance, because there's a million features and we could be here all day. Accessory switches to power your rear charging ports if you want to. This is for your rear live well, your forward live well. I don't want to fill them up because then I'm going to have to drain them and wash them, but they light up red when you turn them on. This is your Pro Air for the back live well, forward bilge, and then your rear bilge if you get any water in the bottom of the boat. Your storage is lighting in your boxes, so you can see lights in your live well. Court is the lights, the blue LEDs inside the boat. Nav is your red and green up front, as well as, and I forgot to show you this as well, you have a Perco port back here where you can plug in your white stern light, your anchor light, if you need one. It's in the boat as well. But that's what your nav lights do. Horn, fairly self-explanatory. There's some guys out here fishing, so I don't want to blow it, but it's very loud, so if you need to honk at anybody, feel free. And then this is your wash down switch I told you about. You want that valve open before you ever turn this on. That's it for part 1. I'll send you another one running the boat here in a second.